call pyramid assignment, because my experience is most people go to a writing class, they write 5 different papers, and they get really good at starting them, and then running out of time and not learn how to finish. So in the middle of the semester, we put 3 major assignments together. They propose topics. We vote on the top 5, and their team is randomly assigned one of the top topics. They are going to spend the next 6 weeks on that topic, and there's going to be 2 teams. The first thing they're doing is an inquiry paper, where together they do collaborative research, but write independent papers where they have to find the best arguments for pro on their topic and the best arguments for con, and they don't know what side they're going to have next. So their job is to get ready for either side. So there's 4 papers. They submit those. The day they submit those, their team comes out and they find out we're going to be pro in the debate in a week. So we have our 4 papers. We have to collaborate, bring together all our best research and arguments, and make one debate from our 4 papers. And we're going to debate the other team that did the same thing, but they didn't know if they were going to be pro or con. And then after the debate 1 week later, they write a combined collaborative paper using whatever side they took in the debate. So if they were pro in the debate, they write 1 paper, and they're mostly going to be reusing the material they had from their 4 independent papers when it was open-ended research. And so they go through that, and I ask them, like, well, how much difference is the amount of research you did? How much difference did you work in revision and editing and all these things? That's what a finished college essay looks like. And when your teacher tells you to write a paper, they think you did all that. Until someone helped you know that, you couldn't be expected to. But now, when I say write a paper, your next teacher says write a paper, they think you did all that work. That's what it means to be ready. So that's my best example.
And what are the have you found any boundary conditions to this, like where it works really well, where it doesn't? What are the contexts that make that more successful or less successful?
Well, you have to have some class time. You have to convince them into making their groups to collaborate on their schedules before they sign up with this team. Like if they can only meet Sundays and you can never meet Sundays, that's not your team. So you have to get some pre-conditions in there if they're going to do that. There's some accountability assignments where they get to rate their peers, because I say that the trouble with relying on other people is sometimes other people are unreliable. So you have to have that space. But there's also times where people in the group are exceptional, and they should be recognized as well. So there's that accountability element in the group work. And if I have 3 or 4 classes and maybe 16, 20 teams or something, every semester there might be 1 team that doesn't work. It's because of personal issue, because someone got sick and disappeared. So, but the vast majority work, and even the ones that don't work, we find solutions. But I would say there's probably 1 a semester where a team just doesn't work for various reasons.
And if it doesn't work, how do you address that with the team? Like, how do you support those students in being individually successful if their group is not functioning really well?
So I meet individually with them, or communicate with them, and find an individualized resolution. So we figure out where the problem is, what can we do to overcome it, and sometimes maybe 2 or 3 members will go forward as a group, and 1 person will end up writing the paper by themselves. And so we come up with individualized solutions